Well, folks, got a big one here. This video, I'm not trying to threaten you with a knife. Give me all your virtual money. This video does not do this justice how big this box is, how big this plane is. And obviously it is the FMS A-10 twin 70mm version 2. And it is a huge box. We're going to unbox this thing and show you what comes in the box. Obviously it's an A-10, but show you how the typical FMS is going to be. I'm sure it's going to be packed to be dropped off of the back of a truck. Big shout out to Hobby Zone for sending me out this plane. I didn't get it for free though. I can tell you that. I had to pay for it. But they've helped me out with so many other planes that give me so many other planes to review that I was like, okay, this one, I'm going to pay for this one. And so, I'm not trying to brag or anything, but you know, I paid for this plane just like you have to pay for it. And it's one I've wanted for quite a long time, but never really had the skill set in flying jets to where I would feel confident enough. And I'm not trying to say I'm some expert in the world of jets. I'm definitely not. Lord knows I have had my share of crashes. But like I have said many a time, and I've told many of my viewers, you will learn 10 times more. This thing is huge. 10 times more from a crash than you will ever learn from a successful landing. I'm trying not to hit anything else in it. But this box is so huge. I mean, this is a cardboard coffin for sure. I think I could almost crawl in this thing. Oh my goodness. All right. Nothing on the back, nothing on the side, and nothing in here. Okay. Real quick, in case of you who've never, you're just seeing this for the first time and you don't know anything about this plane. She is a twin 70mm ducted fans, motors. Go to the other side where all the info is. And, okay. Nothing on that side. Maybe it's on the end. Not on this side. Well, anything it's in the manual, I hope. All the information. Yep. Oh, it's on the back. Oh, look. All right. Well, let's take a look at this. See what we're working with here. Okay. The version 2 gives you an improved ESC. You have dual 70 amp ESCs, actually, and they're upgraded now to dual Hobby Wing 80 amp ESCs with an external 8 amp BEC, which I think you plug that into an open channel, I believe. Upgraded servos to 23 gram metal geared instead from the original 17 gram, which means they're going to be more reliable, more robust, and you're going to have a better even deflection. Better precision landing gear, improved soft connectors for the wings to snap in, so that's great. You have dual end runners, so it's going to be more economical. 12 blade EDFs. Of course, it's got the black and white camo, so it's going to be very easy to see. Oh, it's got ultra bright LEDs. Electronic retracts with overcurrent protection, which means they're going to work more reliably, and you're not going to have to sacrifice. Okay, you put your flaps down, put your gear down, all of a sudden you got radio loss. Well, that kind of helps negate that. Big, large diameter bearings in the landing gear allow so that means that the thing's going to roll forever, which makes it good on rough terrain, and ball link control surfaces everywhere. So that So that's good. Apparently, it just tells me right there. And also, put this out of the way. I have told about the A-10, and most A-10s, if you look at an actual A-10, the thrust nozzles are tilted, I believe, up, maybe just a little bit. Look on this A-10. Because, or maybe they're tilted in such a way that when you give, because your motors are kind of on top, so if they're on top and they push down, okay, when you give gas, it's going to want to go down. It's going to want to dive on you. So they probably got the thrust nozzles up a little bit so that it will maintain level flight. But let's open up these pieces and we'll explore that when we fly it. Hopefully the weather will cooperate with me and I'll be able to fly sometime. I took a week off from work to get a bunch of videos done and do some flying, and well, I can do the videos, but flying just has not been a thing lately because the wind has just been so bad. And y'all know I'm not afraid of wind, but I mean, when you got 17, 20 mile an hour wind and it's cross runway, you know, and you've got a new plane. Now, if it's an old plane I'm confident with, y'all know how I feel about, you know, if you're confident with it, then, you know, I have no problem flying it. But new plane, never flown it before? Wow. First, the gear, back to this plane. Ball links already hooked up. Okay, so of course the gear is already in there. The little bit of crunch there, but nothing that you'll never notice it. Wing's got some weight to it. Got those simple to put the ordnance, pop them in and slide them back, they'll lock into place. Nice big LED there on the end. I love that paint scheme. Man, that's going to be, there's so much contrast and difference in that'll make it very easy to see. You think, well, that camo is going to, you know, camouflage it. Well, yeah, to a certain degree, but the contrast will help with visibility. These parts are big. I don't just throw them around. Okay. Other wing. Again, a bit of a crunch there. So that's where on the edge, but yeah, I really like that. And big, you can see how big these servos are. Got the these doors just kind of rotate. You rotate them out and they pop right out. So that's cool. That is interesting. This is going to be a big model. This is going to be big. All right. Oh, one half of the vertical stabilizer already hooked up, and you've got a clearly labeled servo leader for your rudder, for the one rudder. Same circumstance, and your servo covers are just screwed on. Ball link already hooked up. That is awesome. You have two wing spars of equal length, so I don't think it's going to matter, you know, which one goes up front. They're the same. Let me go ahead and just pull all this ordnance out. And this is definitely one coffin you're going to want to check. Oh boy, look at that! Check out the pilot. He even got that breathing tube on him, and vented, so air will get up in here and you won't have as much gatoring in the foam inside there on a warm day. Up. I already spotted something that's not making me happy. There's that little drop down antenna thing on the front of the A-10. Careful, don't just throw this away because you've got your bits. Very few screws, very few things to glue on. There is some gluing involved, but very little. There's your programming cable for the reflex system. But I spot something that's not making me happy, and I bet y'all who've watched me unbox enough of these already know what that is. The manual is folded. Why couldn't you just put it flat across the top of that wing? Goodness gracious. How hard is that? It's like they just throw it in there, you know? More ordnance. More ordnance. More ordnance. More ordnance. Let's put that on rewind. More ordnance. Okay. All right. Horizontal stabilizer. Dual elevators already hooked up for you. You just have to plug them puppies in. Okay. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. More ordnance. More ordnance. I think we're getting to the part where we can pull the fuselage out though. Hopefully. Alright. Now, just want to show you something. They got these foam blocks in here protecting this fuselage. I mean, and then they got all these little pieces of foam just to protect it. You know, that shows some care. And of course, this plane is, you know, $649 plus tax. Obviously, you're going to get free shipping. I mean, you pay that much money, you should get free shipping. And I would tuck one finger inside the battery bay, and then grab one of the nacelles and pull that puppy out that way. Man. Look at the size of that thing. All your decals. Uh-oh. Thought it said stop. Okay, something hit my mouse. And so, going to stop recording? No, no. But look how big that thing is. And look at how mean it is. Rrr. Okay. We'll have to just set this on the ground for right now. This is not a small plane. But you always want to check your cardboard coffin. Look at every little nook and cranny. Make sure you see the bottom of everything, because you just never know what may be stuck down in there. And then you've already got your, you know, your plane, you're putting it together, and now you're scratching your head thinking, where is this at? Oh my goodness, where's this part at? You know, it says right here I need it. Well, I don't see it. And you get frustrated and get mad and you're cussing the people at Hobby Zone out and they don't deserve it. Alright, try not to step on the A-10. But pick up all your you know, all your debris. Keep all your styrofoam pieces together. Don't just throw them away as you unbox it. You want to hold on to everything, because God forbid there's something wrong with the plane as you're building it, and now you got to send it back. Well, if you kept everything, then you're going to have a lot easier time of returning it than if you would if you didn't have it, weren't able to properly pack it back up. So, my experience with Hobby Zone so far, not just because I'm an affiliate. I mean, I was buying things from them long before they made me an affiliate and started making me a reviewer. My experience has always been great with them. I've never had an issue. And there's one of these planes that you're going to get that are just that particular plane is a pile of crap. And they need to send you out a new one, and then they fuss to the manufacturer, then they get credit for that, and they send out a new plane, and they get the good parts out of it. So I say that, I'm just assuming that's what they do. I really don't know. All I know is I've never had a problem with them. Man, this sucker is big. Now, okay, that nose cone, this is something I specifically wanted to look at. The nose cone is very hard, and that gun, that's all solid plastic. All this area here is solid plastic. And what I'm getting at is, put that thing together, if you don't want to take the wings off, should be able to stand that in a corner somewhere and not have any damage. So, all you're going to do is the horizontal screws in from the bottom when you hook everything up. Both of your rudders connected to your pigtails here. They get screwed in from the actually from the top. Wings slide in. I believe we have quick connects, and we do. And that's what they were talking about. You've got two quick connects, right, or a big quick connect there to operate the lights, flaps, and ailerons. And then she screws in from the bottom. Let's take a look at those wings, and let's see. Yes, what I was looking for is those screws go metal screw into a metal housing. So that means when she tightens out and bottoms out, you're good. So this is actually going to be a very, very simple build. But because of space and moving it around, I'll have to stop an awful lot. So that'll make a separate video just for that. So that's the unboxing. I don't see any real issues with it. Look at that. Is that not awesome? Again, shout out to Hobby Zone for this. Thank you for watching. God bless y'all. That was the unboxing of the FMS A-10 V2 70mm, twin 70mm. Can't wait to get her together. Can't wait to fly her. Just got to have some good weather. Y'all have a good. Bye-bye. Let me turn the video on.